मोदकहस्ता चामरवर्णविलम्बितसूत्रा वामनरूपमहेश्वरपुत्रा विघ्नविनायकपादनमस्ते. So, can anybody in brief tell what happened, what has happened till now in Raghuvamsha? Can anybody wants to volunteer and tell what has happened till now, what all we have studied? No one? No one has understood anything till now? Wait, I'll only ask. Shamala Anandaram.
Bhagini.
वदतु, प्रयत्नं करोतु भगिनी. What all we have learnt in English or Sanskrit, whichever is comfortable. Till now, what has happened?
I can tell in English.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, the Raja Dilipa didn't have any issues. So he was advised to do, Nandini's
Seva.
So he goes to the forest and he does the seva for the Nandini.
First shloka, what happened? I'll just go shloka wise, which are there in the textbook. What happened in the first shloka? Ata prajana adipaha, that one. You remember?
Bhagini, I remember.
Tell. If you have your textbook, just open the, just go through the shloka.
But it's not in English, it is in Kannada.
No, it's okay. I mean, whatever language, even if you can translate it to English or Sanskrita, whichever language, do it.
Okay.
Just few words, just few sentences. No, don't read it. What I'm trying to say is, you have seen the shloka, right?
Okay.
It's not a test or anything. I just want to know if everybody has understood, because you should be able to write the tatparya and all, right? That's why.
Madam, immediately I'm not able to tell it. That's all. I've understood it.
Tell whatever, in whichever language, tell.
I will try, Manya.
Try.
Yeah, I am trying. Prayatnam karomi ma.
One after the other. Well, I don't know
Rukmini Raghavan. Rukmini Raghavan.
Bhagini.
Vadatu. Ata prajanam adipah prabhate jaya. That one.
Mani. Namaskara. See, after that night, this Dilipaka and along with his spouse went to the Kulaguru's ashramam, and according to his advice, they stayed for that parikrama. Okay. So at the dawn, Sudakshina, Dilipasya Patni, Mangalaharati, Sandanam, this Mala, everything, she did puja for that. Putriya of Kamadhenu Nandini, Kulaguru has suggested to do some puja for Nandini to get rid of that Putra Shapa. So they are planning to perform that puja, and they are staying there, and she did all the puja to that Nandini. Afterwards, feeding the calf of that Nandini, Dilipaha bound that calf again back, and then he had taken Nandini to the forest for grazing. Sudakshina also, that is the thing.
Uttamam.
Dhanyavadha.
Next one. Anybody else want to do the next one? Pavitra Pamsum.
Manish, shall I try, Manish?
Yes.
Okay. Tasya Kuranaya Pansulanam. Shall I try that slogan?
Yes.
Okay. So next, Dilipasya Patini. She's not a that is ordinary lady. She's a what to say, a Kirtaniya. That means she was a very pure lady, not only mentally, physically. She is very she's a pure lady, and how she is following this Nandini is how the Smriti is the Vedas, where all the Vedas will follow according to the Smriti only. Like that,
No.
she is.
1 second. Vedas are not following. Smriti is following Vedas.
Yeah, Smriti is following Vedas. Like that, she is following Nandini. Um, uh, that
Yes.
is the
Tell me
Visheshana.
about the Marga. Marga, they have told something about the
Like that,
Marga.
yeah, she's following that marga, Pavitra marga, like how it is Pavitram, this Smriti is Pavitram. Likewise, Nandini, she's following that margam.
No, there
Uh,
is an adjective to that Margam. That Margam is what? Just read that. Kuranyasa Pavitra Pams.
Kuranyas,
What does that mean?
Kuraihi Pavitra Dulihi, Yasmin, that is,
The marga, whose dust, there are dust particles on the marga, right? Those dust particles are sanctified or purified by the cow is walking, so it is placing its hooves, the leg, right? So by the placement of the hooves of Nandini, the dust is sanctified, the dust is purified.
okay,
Such a marga she is following.
Pralai.
Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent, Bhagini.
Okay.
Uttama Pratya. Next.
Mani,
Sure,
shall I
I'll
try,
try.
Mani?
I'll try. Try Karam.
Sunita D'Souza. Shekhar Mahodaya, please wait. She has raised her hand. Sunita D'Souza.
Bhagini. The third one says that the king is going to the forest and taking care of the of Nandini. He is giving her morsels of. He's feeding her morsels of grass. Then he's also scratching or keeping the flies away by scratching her back. This is the way in which he is trying to take care of her.
And one more thing.
And he is also keeping the flies away, right, ma'am?
Correct. One more thing. He is
Yeah.
letting her free.
Huh?
He's not stopping her.
Acha, he's not stopping. Right. He's not stopping her. He's allowing her to go wherever she wants to go. In this way, even if he's a big king, he's not showing it in his ways, and he's allowing her to behave the way or freely roam about in the forest the way she wants.
Excellent. Uttama Bhagini. Now, why I am asking you people is, if you understand, now every time I don't mind doing this, just it takes hardly 5 or 10 minutes, because if you keep listening to it, they may ask questions, right? So you will be able to answer those questions if you have understood the shloka very well, okay? So this is, I'll just go with only the textbook shlokas, not the ones which are not there.
So one more point I want to tell, madam.
What, Mahodaya? Repeat.
See, that is the young girls shower similar to taking rice whenever he enters kingdom. So
You are doing the next shloka.
No, the young creepers are moving due to the wind blowing, and they
No, that
shower
is the
flowers
next
on him.
shloka. Yeah, you are doing that.
Yeah, that is the third, fourth sloka. Okay,
Correct.
so
Do. Tell. Yeah.
the young creepers are moving due to wind blowing, and they shower flowers on him. Raja Vane Asti, na? So he is being sprinkled flowers by the creepers, similar to the girls sprinkling rice.
Uttam.
That's how the Artha Alankara here it is given.
Uttam. So the same kind of maryada he is receiving even in the forest by nature. Okay, very good. Okay, now there are some shlokas which are not there. See, after this, the textbook says Ittam Ratam. So it just says by this way he was doing seva. But there are many shlokas in between where the entire day is Mama Dhvani hi shruyate kalu?
Shruyate, ma.
Clear. So the entire day, how he spent, it is beautifully described. So what I'll do, I'll just go through like how I did the missed shloka. I will just touch upon those shlokas and we will. So this class, there are many shlokas like that, missing ones. So don't worry about the samasa, all that, Anvayarachana, nothing. Just sit back and relax. Relax and try to visualize. Kalidasa describes nature beautifully. So just try to visualize. Okay. The 11th shloka, that is not there in the text, but is there in the Raghuvamsha. I have given the shloka, but I will do the Anvaya directly. धनुभृतः अपि अस्य दयार्द्रभावम् अख्यातं वपुः विशङ्कैः अन्तःकरणैः विलोक्यन्त्यः हरिण्यः आक्ष्णां प्रकामविस्तारफलम् आपुः. धनुर्भृतः अपि. Dhanuhu brutaha, though he had Dhanu on him, he was wearing that bow. That means he's ready to shoot an arrow. He's all set. We remember in one of the earlier shlokas, it is said that he had tied his hair and the string of his bow was tied taut. So it was tightly tied to the thing. That is, he's all set to anytime he can shoot. So even though he's wearing such a kind of bow which is like ready to shoot, asya dayardra bhavam, his akyatam vapuhu, akyatam ityukte, akyatam, it should be akyatam ityukte, his body language. Avapuhu is body, akyatam, body is telling, body is expressing what? Dayardra bhavam, his compassionate nature. He's showing that he is very sympathetic. His body language is expressing that he has sympathy. So, asya dayardra bhavam akyatam vapuhu, vapuvannu, seeing vishankaihi antakkaranaihi vilokyantyah harinyaha. The deer which were standing there, they are looking at him. Vilokyantyah harinyaha. They're staring, gazing at him. How? Vishankaihi antakkaranaihi. They have no doubt about compassion. Remember, there was a shloka which said that there was a mention that the king was walking as if he was scaring away or punishing the wild ones. Remember, himsra praninaha bhayayativa saha charitavan. That means he was walking as if he was trying to scare or punish the wild ones. I told you before that he had both the qualities, and he was compared to ocean. The ocean has crocodiles and other scary or wild creatures, and at the same time it has pearls and fishes also. Similarly, I told you Dilipa has both the characters. Now, one shloka told that he was carrying with the same bow and arrow, he was walking around as if to keep a watch on the wild ones and tell them behave properly, I'm here. Here it is being said with his body language, though he is having an arrow in his hand, his body language is telling that he's very compassionate and no, don't worry about me. The deer are ashankaihi, without any doubt. They are just staring at him. And there's one more interesting thing. Why is deer mentioned? Only deer is mentioned. Why? Because deer of all the animals, they fear a lot. Remember, if you have done any forest thing, the first alert is like, the deers are like so scared. The moment a small sound, they jump up and they just run away. So I believe that is the reason the deer is mentioned here. The deer itself, which usually gets so scared of everything, they are only just without any fear or without any doubt in their mind, they are just staring at him. So that is the body language of Dilipa, though he is having a bow in the hand. It is not scaring the deer, because his body language is showing that compassion or sympathy and all that. Then he says, Akshnam prakama vistara palam apuhu. Akshnam ityukte akshini, that is eyes. Prakama vistara. Usually the deer have big eyes, right? Vistara, they have big ones. So it is said that the profit of having, the benefit of having big eyes were obtained by by those eyes, because they are with those such big eyes that staring at Dilipa, right? So they made that was being fruitful. In the sense, the purpose of having such big eyes was served, because they were looking at that body of his. It's like that. So Dhanurbrutaha, even though he is holding a bow, Vishankaihi antakkaranaihi, without any doubt, heart filled with no doubt at all. Shankarahita. Shankaya Vina. Then Daridra Bhavam Akyata Vapu, his body language expressing compassion. Vilokyantyaha Harinyaha, the deer which were staring at him, Akshanam, of their eyes, of their big eyes, Prakara Vistara Phalam, as if the purpose of having big eyes was served, as if their eyes had obtained fruition. ಫಲದಾಯಕ ಅಗಲವಾದ ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳು ಫಲದಾಯಕವಾದವು ಅನ್ನೋ ಹಾಗೆ ನಯನಾನಾಂ ವಿಶಾಲತಯಾಹ ಫಲಂ ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತವತ್ಯಃ ಇತಿ. Okay, so even though they had his hand, the eyes were as if their eyes were rewarded fully. So the deer were not at all scared because his body language expressed compassion and sympathy. So here he is telling about the king's intention of protecting the weak. It is seen in his body language, and that is also observed by the deer. Okay, and usually the antakarana tells you, right, whether the one is a friend or foe. So the antakarana of deer is telling, hey, don't worry, he is our friend, he will not hurt us. Okay, anybody wants to read the English?
Shall I read, Gauri? Ma'am? Bhagini? Although, shall I read, madam?
Yeah.
Please read.
Although Dilipa is wielding a fierce bow now, this kind-heartedness is made known to the doubtless fearless hearts of the she-deer through his body language, indicating his nature by compassion. Their broad eyes were brought to ample fruition, obtained sufficient reward, which means as it was through those big eyes that we're grazing the king's good will. Beautiful, ma'am. Really, we are enjoying your poetry session. Beautiful.
No. At least this part, it is not mine.
Very beautifully described, ma'am. Thank
You
you.
are also telling it in a beautiful way, Bhagini.
See, that is why I didn't want to skip these shlokas, because it is not brought to completion otherwise. Anyway, so the next one is shloka number 12. Saha marutapurna randraihi kujatpihi kichakaihi apadita vamshakrityam kunjeshu vanadevitabihi uchchaihi udgiyamanam swam yashaha shushrava. Saha ityukte Dilipaha. This is also very beautiful. Saha ityukte Dilipaha. Now, Maruta Purna Randraihi. Maruta, by the wind. Purna, filled. Randraihi, with the holes. Kujadbihi, the sound made. Kichakaihi. What is Kichaka? Kichaka is a type of bamboo. Okay, it's a type of bamboo, and what has happened, there are holes that are made in the bamboo. Some are like there naturally, and some holes are made by the birds also, like woodpecker and all, they bore holes right in the wood. So there are holes in the kichaka, that is a bamboo. What is happening, air is filling those holes, air is passing through those holes, and it is making noise. So Maruta Purna Randraihi Kujatpihi Kichakaihi. The sound made by the filling of the air in the holes of those Kichaka bamboo. What is that? Saha Shushrava. He is hearing that, those sound. Apadita Vamshakrityam Kunjeshu Vanadevatabihi Uchchaihi Udgiyamanam Swa Yashaha Shushrava. Okay, Maruta Apadi Vamshakrityam. Apadita that means Vamsha is like flute. Okay, if you can say flute. Okay, Vamsha is flute, and Kritya function, what is being done. So Vamshapadita means Apadita here is performing. So it is performing the function of a flute. Apadita Kritya Vamsha is something that is what a flute will perform, that is being performed by what? The same thing. Maruta Purna Randraihi. It is not actually a flute. Now nobody is playing the flute, but then this thing, Maruta Varna Randraihi Kuchatpihi Kichakaihi, that sound is performing what the flutist would have done that. And next he says, Kunjeshu Vanadevatabihi. The Vanadevata which are there in Kunja is like, I think, bower, what you say in English. BOWER, like it is like the shady places under the trees, a pleasant place. From there, Vanadevatabihi Uchaihi Udgiyamanam sung at the high pitch, Udgiyamanam Swayashaha, as his own Yashoga Gite, they say, right? Which again tells about the king, his titles, his victory, and all that. Such and such, this you have come across even in Indumati Swayamvara and all. The maid sits, comes next to her and tells, this is such and such a king. He has got these titles. He has won this many kingdoms, all that. Right? And even I think Nala Damayanti Swayamvara, there is one maid standing next to her and telling all this Yashogite. So he thinks it is for him, it seems as if he is hearing his own Yashaha, his Yashogite, sung by who? Sung by Vanadevatabihi, Uchaihi, very loudly. Udgiyamanam, please mute Pavantu Sarve. Udgiyamanam, that means Giyamanam, being sung by Vanadevatabihi, Uchaihi, in a loud tone, and which is accompanied by this sound from the Kichakaihi, the bamboo, which is acting like a flutist. Usually there is something, and there will be a background music whenever there is a song or whenever there is something sung in the praise of this. There's a background music. So he is telling, Kalidasa is telling, it was Dilipa was listening to various sounds coming in the forest, and then he heard this as if the Vanadevata was singing his Yashogita, and the Marutapurna Randraihi Kujatpihi Kichakaihi, that sound was like a background flutist sound. Okay, so while Dilipa is walking in the forest, he heard different sounds from the surroundings. It seemed to come from the bamboo-like plant due to the wind passing through it and filling up the holes. And it resembles the sound of a flute. So he felt as if it was his own glory being sung by the forest deities, Vanadevatas, accompanied by who? Accompanied by a flute. Usually it is often done for a king, and they will have that background music. So it seemed very much like it. Understood? Okay. Read, somebody read.
I will read, madam.
Yes, please.
While Dilipa is on his way, he heard the hum and the thrum of nature. That seems to be full score. Sorry.
Full score, loud singing of, you're not able to see?
Theoric Sylvian deities of the forest to the accompaniment of the fluty bamboos, while the air is filling their holes like a flutist. And he is all ears for that symphony, as if it is having the sonata from his own glory.
Nice, no? This I just loved it. Marutha Purna Randraihi Kujatpihi Kichakaihi. So actually, Purna Randraihi, somebody in one of the things he mentions, he made the holes Purna, pregnant or something. That is also like, the holes were made pregnant and the sound came out of it and it sounded like a flute or something. Okay, next is.
So all this is happening while
walking.
Dilipa is taking care of
Nandini. Yes,
of
as
Nandini.
they are walking in the forest, all this is happening.
Okay.
So this is one way of Kalidasa to show his love towards nature. He's always, I believe, in many of the kritis, like every Nataka of his or even others, not any other kriti also, he makes it a point to describe nature. And he also mentions a lot of things about nature. Whenever he describes ashram and all, he tries to mention that coexistence between humans and animals and nature in whole.
Okay.
My imagination is so beautiful, ma'am.
Yeah, please keep imagining. Please keep.
Yeah, so
Left
beautiful.
the forest map along with Dilipa.
What is that?
We are in the forest along with Dilipa now.
You are there? Fine, good. Girinircharanam tusharaihi pruktaha anokaha kampita pushpagandhi pavanaha Atapatkalantam Anatapatram Acharapootam Tam Nisheve. Girinirjaranam. See here, Pavanaha, wind. All these are describing Pavanaha. What is this? Girinirjaranam. Giri is mountain. Nirjara is the jhari, the springs that or the waterfall or the mountain streams. The waterfall that fall down from the steep rocky slope. The mountain stream, you can say. Okay, Tusharaihi, by the spray. Okay, so what is this? This pavan tusharaihi pruktaha. Pruktaha is filled with. So this pavanaha is filled with giri nirjaranam tusharaihi pruktaha. It is filled with the droplets of. There is a spray of, when you stand next to any waterfalls, you get the spray, right? So that wind is filled with those sprays. What is it trying to say? He's only trying to say the wind is being filled with such things which are coming from the mountain. Obviously, it is cold. Mountain springs are always cold. So it has made the wind cool. So there is the breeze. It has become breeze now. The wind has been mixed with the sprays of water coming from the spring. So it is being made cool. Next, he says, Anokaha Kampita Pushpagandhi. See, so beautiful. Anokaha means Vruksha. Anoka means Vrukshana. Akampita, swayed, Pushpagandhi. So there are flowers on the tree. So that is being swayed by the wind. So the wind is now filled with the fragrance of the flower also. So now what is that wind? So that is why these two are Sheshana of Pavana. The Pavana is now filled with the droplets of the water coming from the mountain fall. That is, so it has made it cool. And then, sorry. And then it has been filled with the fragrance, filled with the swaying flowers on the tree. It is swayed because of this wind only. So when it is swayed, the flowers are giving away its fragrance, and the wind is now mixed with the fragrance also. So that kind of wind, what did it do? Atapaklantam Anatapatram. Anatapatram ityukte, without any umbrella, without any shelter, without no parasol, the one who is walking like that, who? Dilipa, Atapatkalam, that Atapena Klantam. Klantam is Piditaha. So Atape, from the heat, the one who is being bothered, or one who is being oppressed, or he's tired from the from the heat of the sun's heat, right? And because he's without any umbrella. And Achara Putam means he is like Puta is purified. Acharena Putam, because he's purified by the customs and conventions. So he is a pure soul. The pure soul who is here without any umbrella, who is being tired from the sunlight. From this wind, he is tam nisheve, sevitavan. So he served Dilipa. The wind served Dilipa. What kind of wind? The one which is cool and one which is fragrant. He served what kind of Dilipa? The one who has no umbrella, and then one who has been tired and troubled by the sun's heat. And he is very Acharaputam, perfect, pure soul. That kind of Dilipa the wind has served. So it tells about the breeze that is serving Dilipa. The Dilipa is very pure due to. Is it? Okay, I'll find out, Mahodaya. Okay, Sisheve or Nisheve, because I have not typed this. I have copied it, the entire shloka. Okay, Vishwanath Mahodaya said it could be Sisheve. I'll find out. I'll just change it.
Sisheve also is the lit lakara prathama purusha ekavachana of save dhatu.
Yeah, but then that's what I'll find out. Maybe there is one Nisheve also. I'll find out, because as such, I didn't type all this. Okay. So there is no typo from my side. Maybe if it is a typo, otherwise it could be that Nisheve also tells the same thing. So who is pure due to the Sadachara? So the breeze is cool due to the sprays of the waterfalls from the rocky slope, and it also bears a fragrance due to the flower swaying on the trees. this cool and fragrant air is now serving Dilipa, who is a little disturbed or oppressed by the heat because he has no umbrella. See, the kings are so used to umbrellas. Imagine a king, a sovereign. I know he has never, I'm sure he wouldn't have stepped out of the palace without umbrella or, all those. But now he's walking all alone, and the nature is trying to give him some solace by giving him a cool as well as fragrant air. Someone read?
Shall I read, Manya?
Yes.
The breezes swaying the trees a little bit filled with fragrances of their swaying flowers, besides being coolish when combined with the sprays from streams from the mountains, are now serving Dilipa a little bit, who is a little tired by the heat as he has no umbrella cover over his head now, yet he is active as he is declared sacred with respect to observances of custom or norms. Mani, I have one small doubt. Anokaha is tree?
Yeah.
Anoka? Ano.
Anokaha anam is vrikshanam.
Astu Mani. Dhanyavada.
Next. Tasmin goptari vanam gahamane davagnihi vrushtya vinapi shashama palapushpi vruddhihi vishesha asit satveshu adikaha unam na babadhe. Now here, this one is telling about the significance or of the presence of the Satpurushas. Here, Dilipa is a Satpurusha. So what's happening when such a Satpurusha enters the forest? So, Tasmin Goptari, while that king, who is a protector, Goptari protector, Vanam Gahamane, this is a Sati Saptami. Tasmin Goptari Vanam Gahamane. While that protector king, the protector entered the forest. While he entered the forest, or when he entered the forest, Davagnihi, the forest fire, wildfire, the Kalgichu anta ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, Davagnihi Vrushtya Shashama. It went off, or it subsided. It was put off. The entire Kalgichu, the forest fire, was put off even without rain. Vrushtya Vinapi Shashama. Even without the rain, it subsided. It was put off. Palapushpa Vruddhihi Vishesha Asit. Vishesha. Asit is not there. Palapushpa Vruddhihi Vishesha. That means the growth of Pala and Pushpa, fruits and flowers, Vishesha was in abundance. It became exuberant. Then Satveshu, among the animals, among the creatures, Adhikaha, Unam na babade. The one which were stronger. Among the animals, the stronger animals, na babade, did not oppress Unam, the weaker ones. So this is the presence of the effect of the presence of Dilipa in the forest. So the presence of Satpurushas bear a remarkable effect on the surroundings. That's what he's trying to convey. It is said that when Shankaracharya entered Sringeri, there was a snake lying on the pregnant frog. The frog was pregnant and the snake was lying on it. So imagine, they both are enemies, but still the snake did not do anything to the frog. So they say it was because of the impact of the presence of that Satpurusha. So here also they say the forest fire, the effect of Dilipa, the protector here, while protector of the king, protector king Dilipa was walking in the woods. The predators are not attacking the milder ones, and also the forest fire is it subsided, or what was put off even without rain. And the fruits and the flowers have the produce, the growth of the fruits and the flowers have increased tremendously. ಆಶಾ ಯೋಗಿ ಅಂತಾರಲ್ಲ ಆತ ಯೋಗಿ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಣಿಸಿಕೊಂಡಿತು. So here see, in case you can make out that poet is describing the service rendered by different animals, the wind, animals, all other objects of nature. See, that is why Kalidasa is always beautifully describing nature, forest scene, and he does it through, right here at least he's doing through the eyes of Dilipa. Okay, somebody read.
Can I read, ma'am?
Yes, please.
Uma MB.
Patatu.
Ma'am, this is Daksha.
Okay, somebody read, please.
Okay, ma'am. On his being the protector of forest, among the other things, his entry into forest appeared favorable because forest fires in woods silenced on their own even without any shower of rain. Growth of flowers and fruits is in abundance on trees, and among animals, the mightier ones are not mauling the lesser mighty. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, somebody said we are all in the forest along with Dilipa. Some Bhagini said. Who is that?
Yes. Yes, Bhagini.
Gauri Narayan, is it?
Yes.
Gauri Bhagini. Even I was there in the forest, and I have imagined Nandini. And let me confess, my color, in my imagination, the color of Nandini is white.
Yes.
What about yours?
Yeah, for me, from yesterday, it looks like, I mean, I have imagined it as white only, Bhagini.
Okay. How many others have imagined it to be white?
I also imagined it. Yeah,
Mostly all of
Nandini
us,
is
no?
white.
Probably because we kept
Me
saying it
too.
is pure, it is purifying everywhere, right?
Yeah.
I'm also imagining.
Okay,
Yes.
all of us are imagining it to be white. Even I did the same thing.
It's
Okay.
beautiful.
There's a
Glow
Because
around
of
it.
your
I'm
description.
imagining the glow around it, which is something you said yesterday we had that golden thing, some discussion. So I am feeling as if there is a huge glow around Nandini.
Yeah,
And
that halo thing, na, aura around it.
yeah,
And for
aura.
me also, I also imagine it to be white cow, you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
white cow. Yeah.
So,
Bhagini, because of your description, we are all feeling like that.
yeah, now come to this shloka.
Even I was running from the forest.
भगिनी एकं
Hello,
प्रश्नः
let's see
अस्ति
this. Yeah, what
शशाम
was that?
धातु किं शशाम
What was that?
मूलधातु शशाम शं मूलधातु महोदय शं
The previous shloka you said, you mean?
हा प्रीवियस् श्लोक शशाम इस् देर् मन्ये शं धातु लिट् प्रथमपुरुष एकवचन
This one, Shashama. Okay.
अस्तु महोदय धन्यवादः
Okay. I have not gone to the details, Mahodaya. Because there are I would have loved to do that, but then a lot of time constraint and no.
No, we're trying to check as you're explaining, Manya. That's the only thing.
Sure. I mean, I welcome inputs from all sides. I have no issues at all. I am also learning a lot in this process, Mahodaya. It's all a learning process for us. I told you I am a chatra eva. So I am also learning. So please, when they correct me, tell me. I welcome all those things. Okay. Okay, for those of us who thought it is white. Pallava raga tamra patangasya prabha munehe denuhu cha sanchara putani digantaraani kritva dinante nilayaya gantum prachakrame. So here the two colors are mentioned. Colors of two things are mentioned. One is sun and the other is cow. Now imagine they have done all this walking in the forest. Now the sun is setting. It is about to set. It is sunset. So here the two colors are some. Tamra Varne is, okay, Pallava Raga Tamra. Pallavasya Raga. Pallava is the tender leaves. Raga means hue, color. It is Tamra. In English, the perfect would be tawny. It is the copper color. Tamra ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ತಾಮ್ರದ ಕಲರ್ ಅಂತೀವಲ್ಲ ಕೆಂಚು ಹಸು ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದೀವಲ್ಲ ಕೆಂಚು ಕಲರಿನ ಹಸು that is Nandini. Okay, so it is not white.
Yeah.
I was also disappointed. Pallava tender leaves, the leaves of the color of the tender leaves, tamra color. Patangasya prabha, suryasya prabha, the sunshine. So the exact this thing is the color of the sunshine when it is about to set, evening color, that one. Both of them, munehe denuhu cha, which was at patangasya prabha, the color of the sunshine of the setting sun. Munehe Denuhu cha. These two were what? Pallava Raga Tamra. They were of the same color, the tawny color, copper color. Sanchara Putani. That is, Brahmarena Put and Sancharena means they have walked. Why they're walking? Putani, they have sanctified, they have hallowed, they have purified by their walking. Digantarani, what have they purified? Disham Antarani, Digantarani, the space between the quarters. Wherever they are talking about, wherever Nandini has moved, at the same time, wherever the sun has also moved, wherever those two have moved, they walked around. Where they have sanctified the entire place wherever they have set their foot on. So Kritva, having made the places where they have walked around, having made it purified, having purified those places, Dinante, at the end of the day, Nilayaya, towards their abode. So here what is happening? Towards their abode, respective abode. That means Nandini is going back to ashrama and the sun is going back to wherever his abode is. That is his abode to set. Prachakrame, they began, they started, they commenced. Okay, so both the sun and Vasishta Muni's cow, Nandini, they both are a tawny, like a tender leaf in color. Chigirele color iruttalla adu. Both of them commenced or started to go back to their alaya, respective alaya. Nandini's cow is, in her case, it is ashrama, and in son's case, he's about to set. So probably to the western mountains. And what after doing what? After sanctifying or hallowing or purifying the places that they have covered in all the quarters throughout the day. Okay. So here one thing what we have to know is both sun and cow, for us, for Hindus, both cows and cows are objects of worship, right? We worship sun, we worship cow also. So it is effectively brought about here by mentioning that they had the power to purify wherever they went. So that is what is being conveyed here also. Okay, someone please read.
Patani.
Those two that are with a tawny hue, red, like leaflets, a fresh sprout, whilst the evening sun with a tawny sunshine, and the cow of the sage with a tawny complexion, commence their course towards home, each to its resting place, after purifying all the places, the range in all the quarters of heaven and earth day long.
Okay, hope you have understood. So they are now they have commenced their walk back. They are sitting, they come back. They have reached a point till the forest, and they are all set to come back to the ashram. They have started their return journey. They have started their return journey. So, Madhyama Lokapalaha Devata Pitra Titikriyartham Tam Anvagyayau Satam Matena Tena Upapanna Sa Vidhina Sakshat Shraddha Iva Babaucha. So the two are walking together. How do they look together? That's being told. Madhyama Loka Palaha. Madhyama Loka. We know there are three lokas, Swarga, Madhyama, Patala. So he is the ruler of the Madhyama Loka. Ityukte Prithvi. So Prithvyaha Adhipaha. So that is Dilipa. Devata Pitra Titi Kriyartam. So she is Devata Pitra Titi Kriyartam. For the Kriya of the she is of a great help towards discharging the Kriya, that means rites, sacrificial rites, to who? Devata, gods, Pitra, the ancestors, Pitru, and Atiti, guests of the Muni, Vasishta. So, Munehe Denu, what is that? Homa Denu, all that. That is all Nandini only. So, she is very helpful towards the discharging the duties, the rites and rituals of or doing the kriyas of these Devata, Pitra, and Titi. So this Madhyamaloka Palaha is Dilipa, and Devata, Pitra, Titi, Kriyartaha. Kriyarta is Dhenu, Nandini. Those two, Tam Anvag Yayau. So Dilipaha Tam Anvagyayau. He followed her. Anvag ityukte, it is an avyaya, and it means closely closely behind. He followed her very closely behind. He was right behind her only. Satam matena tena. With him who was his esteemed by the Satam. So good people. So Satpurushaha. So he was honored, he who is honored by the good people. Tena utpanna sa, together with him. So they are walking along. Madhyama, Dilipa is walking with her, he's right behind her, is following her very closely. And she, that is one sentence here. Yeah, he is following her very closely. Now she, in together with him, who is honored by the Satpurushaha, who is esteemed by the Satpurushaha. You know how sa babau Shraddha eva babau cha. Babau means shobitavati. She shone like how vidhina sakshat Shraddha eva. So together she was with him. He was with her. He was following her, and she along with him shone like vidhina sakshat Shraddha eva. What does that mean? See, vidhi is process of performing religious works, right? We all do that vidhi. But then vidhi is means it has to be done with as per rules. ಹೇಗೋ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡಿ ಮುಗಿಸೋದಲ್ಲ. ವಿಧಿಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, we have to do it. What does it mean? Vidhipurvaka means we will have to do it in a particular process along with the rules mentioned. Everything, we have our scripts, we have our achara vichara in the right from the Vedas. It mentioned how it is to be done. So vidhipurvaka means exactly how it has to be performed as per the rules. So Shraddha, what is Shraddha? Shraddha, what they say is, Shraddha astikya buddhihi. Astikya buddhihi. What is astikya? So we know that one who believes in what is papa, what is punya, he knows that basically one who believes in Vedas is an astika, right? He or she will believe in the papa punya, and he will believe that if he does all these religious practices, he gets punya out of it. He has belief in all that. That is Shraddha. So if he is a astika, that belief is Shraddha. So astikasya bhavam astikya. So astikya, Shraddha astikyasya buddhihi. So that feeling of Shraddha is a belief or the faith. So but just Shraddha is not enough. Vidhi is also important. That means with the Shraddha you have to do vidhi. That means a procedure with to perform the rites in a right way as per the rules. Both are equally important. You have to do it exactly the way it has to be done, and you have to do it with the belief or faith also. Otherwise it's incomplete. But together if it's done, it will really bear the fruit. They both are essential for the rites to bear the fruit. Yada Shraddha Vidihi cha milati. They are together. Ramaniya bhavati. They are the perfect. You can expect fruit only if there is Shraddha in you and you are doing it as per Vidhi. So he is telling, Kalidasa is telling, them walking together, it looked as if that Shraddha and Vidhi themselves are coming together. Shraddha is obviously Strilinga and it's being compared to Nandini, and Vidhi he is Pullinga, that is Dilipa. So but here, because of the word, see here their comparison, it would have been Upama, but then they say because of the word Sakshat, they are not saying Iva Sakshat Vidhi. Vidina Sakshat Shraddha Iva Babao. So it becomes Utpreksha, I believe. I mean, just for your information. So without that word Sakshat, it would have been Upama. Otherwise, it is right now Utpreksha. So he is telling those two together, they seemed like Nandini seemed like as if it was Sakshat Vidhi following, Sakshat Shraddha following Vidhi. Not following, together with Vidhi. Not following, sorry. So it was Sakshat Shraddha along with Vidhi. So Nandini along with Dilipa seemed like Shraddha along with Vidhi. Both are essential for anything to be fruitful. Somebody read, please.
Ma'am, this Devata Pitra Tithi Kriya Artham. I'm not understood this properly. Devata Pitra Tithi
They
Kriya.
say, no, they say for any human being, any janma, you will have to do yaga for such things. For one for Devata and one for Pitru, that is ancestors. We usually do the religious things for to please Devata,
It
Pitru,
is
and
Shraddha, kind of a Shraddha, like.
not Shraddha is for Titi and other religious. Yajna, you can say Yaga, Yajna. Any yagna will be doing it for devatas, one god, and pitru for ancestors. And here it is not that. It is here it is saying about Dhenu's milk being used for such religious ceremonies which has been performed in the. We are talking about the Dhenu here, whose products, whose milk has been used for the performances of the rituals for either god or we do a lot of the Vasisha has also done many things for the
For the Yagnas.
Namaste. Namaste.
No, Devada, Pitru and Piti. What is that? You said Priti.
Pitru, Atiti Kriyartha.
No, Devata,
Namaste.
Pitru,
It
and
is
third
not
one,
Titi,
what
it
is
is
it?
not that Titi. It is Devata, Pitru, Atiti Kriyartha. It is for the guests. It is for Devata, it is for Pitru, ancestors, and it is for the Atiti.
Okay.
Can I tell one thing, please?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, even before the Brahmopadesam or Upaнаyanam function, there is an event called Nandi Shraddam to please
Correct.
the Pitrus. So we do Pitru, when exclusive Pitru is Shraddam kind of a theory. But if in good event, we also make it a point to invite and please the Pitrus. Like Udaharanam, Nandi function before the Brahmopadesam.
Yes, even before Graha Pravesha, any yes, Munji, I mean Upanayana and all. Yes, we
Mastu Puja.
where we bring in all our ancestors to be present in that occasion, right?
Yeah, so here I think the Kavi is trying to, so if I understood this correctly, Kavi is trying to say that Dilip is following her. Who is she, whose purpose is to be, whose products are to be used in such auspicious,
Exactly.
For performing the auspicious things, duties and other things. Yeah, Atithi and all those.
Correct. That is what I told. This is describing Denu. Denu, it is not about the Karya and all. It is about the milk of Denu, which is being used for such religious things. Kriyartha. For conducting all these. What? Devata, Pitra, Atiti, Kriyartha. Whose milk or whose product? Milk. And from milk you get ghee and whatnot, from which is used in those religious rites. So we are talking about Denus whose milk is used in this. Somebody read and you will get to know.
Should I try?
Bhavani Mahodaya.
The ruler of intermediary realms, and that is Madhyama Lokapalaha, that is Prithvi. Dilipa followed the cow, who was a help towards discharging sacrificial rites to gods, to mains and the guests of the Muni, homewards, together with him, who is an honorable one for high-minded people. She shone forth like the apparent incarnate of religious earnestness.
That is Shraddha.
That is Shraddha and Vidhi both together.
So religious earnestness, that faith is Shraddha and he is Vidhi. Okay, and here mains means ancestors, Pitra. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, next is Saha. One sec. Saha Palvalottirna Varahayuthani Avasavrukshoन्मुख Barhinani. Sorry. Avasavrukshoन्मुख Barhinani Mrugadhyasita Shadvalani Shamayamanani Vanani Pashyan Yayau. So Dilipa, while he is walking, now the sun has set, they're coming back. Now he's seeing lot of things. So obviously Kalidasa is describing the forest at sunset through the eyes of Dilipa. One second. Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Saha Dilipaha. Saha ityukte Dilipaha. Dilipa is observing the darkening woods here. So, Palvalo Tirna Varaha Yuthani. Yuthani means crowd, herd, you can say. Varaha is wild boars, swine. Then Palvala is pond. Palvalaha means pond. Uttirna means coming up, coming out, emerging. So he is seeing what? A crowd, a herd of wild boars emerging from the ponds. So they were there in the pond till dusk. Now they know that it is dusk. So they will have to go back to their houses, to their abodes. So he is seeing that happening. So this is a group of herds, group of wild boars emerging out from the pond, muddy pond you can say, because usually the kesra layer, the boars, the swines and all are there in muddy ponds. Next, avasa vrukshonmukha barhinani. Barhinani means peacocks. The peacocks are unmukha. Unmukha means heading towards. Literal translation would be upward facing, but then they are facing or they are heading towards what? They are heading towards avasa. Avasa is their dwelling place. Avasa vruksha. So usually peacocks, they things stay under the trees. So they are heading towards their uh, trees where they were settled, where they have, that is their house. So the peacocks are heading towards their dwelling place. That means the trees. They're under the trees. Then Mrugadhyasita Shadvalani. Mrugai, the deer. Mrugai Adhyasita. Adhyasita means they are settling. They are settling on. They are occupying. What? Shadvalani. The meadows, patch of greens, the grass. So usually the deer spend their night there on the patch of on the meadows. So he's telling the animal and their associated habitat. So this one is going from the pond. The wild boars are going back, coming out of the pond and going back, and peacocks are going back to their trees where they under which they sleep, spend the night, and grasses are just lying down on the meadows, the green patches, grass patches. Then Shama Yamanani, Shamaya Manani. That means the sun is setting, it is dusk time. Owing to the nightfall, world is turning dark. Vanani, Shamaya Manani Vanani, the forest where it is a dusk time, where everything is becoming dark. The forest is turning dark. Pashyanyayau, Dilipaha Saha Pashyanyayau. He continued walking. He continued to go Pashyan, seeing all this. He's seeing all this, just continued heading towards the ashram. But meanwhile, as he was going towards the ashram, he is seeing. Dilipa has started his way to the ashram with Nandini, and as he is advancing towards the ashram in the forest, that is turning dark. It is sunset, so it is turning dark. So he is now observing a group of wild boars coming out of the muddy pond. Peacocks are all heading towards their rooting trees where they spend the night, and the deer are just settling on the patches of the green grass. That's the meadows. So everyone, including himself, all of them are going to their abodes, returning home. Yeah, please read. Read.
While the forest was being obscured by the approaching darkness of the night, young ones of wild boars are rushing forth for marshes. Peacocks are turning towards the trees of their habitation. Herds of the deer are settling on the swaths, lying down in their grassy spots. Seeing such back to home scenes, Dileepa too advanced homewards. Nice, Manye. Thank you.
Dhanyavad. So they have started. Now he's telling, as you
Man, can I just ask one doubt? Okay. One is that Shamaya Manani, the root of that, if you can check.
no, but Mahodaya, I can do it for you. I have not
Later.
I have not gone into the details of any of this. I can do it. I'll look it up.
Okay. Then the other one is that the way this shloka is worded, I think Vanani, Pasyan, Yayo. So all the other things seem to
Shamaya
be
Manani Vanani. These two, yeah.
Shamai. All the others also are Visheshanas for Vanani. Palvalottirna Varaha Yudhani.
Yes. Yeah. Shamaya Manani, yeah. All this.
Avasa Vrikshonmukha Barhinani.
Vana,
So all
which
those
has, Vana, wherein all these is happening. Yeah. It is all describing
the Vanani.
Vanani. Why is it saying Vanani? Why plural?
Vanani Pasyan. Vanani is
plural.
Dvitiya Vibhakti Bahuvachana.
Bahuvachana, why I'm asking?
Vanani Pasyan.
All the objects in the Vanas, it is referring to the forest land, the many objects of the forest, Vanani.
Oh, Banam Bane Banani Nava.
Yeah, no, that is only Vanani. So Vanani is not many Vanas. Vanani here is referring to so for example,
many things in the Vana.
Many things in the Vana. The objects of the Vanas, objects of the Vana.
Yeah, makes sense. But then, but still, when you say Vanani Pasyan Yayo, yeah, could be. I mean,
no, that is how it is. So if you see, it is on seeing the objects of the Vanas, the forest objects, those. So that is how the other things are. Shama Manani also is those things which are getting darkened, and all those things. Yeah. Shamaya Manani Vanani. The objects of the Vanas are getting darkened at that hour. Yeah.
Okay, you could take it that way. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Bhagini, what is the dhatu of yayo? Mula dhatu.
Can you be louder? Yeah. I could.
Yayo, mula dhatu. Yayo.
Yeah, we say yati.
Yati.
Yati is the.
I think it is lit lakara. Probably lit yayo.
Amani lit prathama purusha.
Okay. Next, now he's talking about that. Now they're all, see, obviously they've spent the whole day. They're tired, and you can imagine spending the whole day. Even us, when we want to return home from wherever we have gone, we have that entu, but still we are tired. So that is what he is describing. So, Krishtihi Narendrascha Ubau Apina Bharodvana Dvahana Prayatnat Apina Bharodvahana Prayatnat Vu Va and Poo. How do you Poo? Va and Poo, it's tough. Pusha. Or maybe is there I don't know, I can't pronounce this. Va and Poo.
No, I think it is Vapusha. It's Vapushaha, Mani. I think it's.
Yeah, I think there's a typo. I'm not sure.
It's a typo, I think, Mani. It's Vapusha.
I guess so too, because it's so
in
tough.
the main shloka, it is
because the shloka
Vapusha,
it says
Looks
Grishti
like
Gurutvad Vapusho Narendra. The shloka says, Mani.
Yeah, see, it's a mistake. This is also I didn't type. Maybe it is.
Is it not Vibhushaka?
What? Here it is here. See, Prayatna.
Vibhushaka.
Vapusha,
Vapusho Narendra is
kind
there,
of thing.
Gurutvad Vapusho Narendra.
Vapushaha, yeah. Vat Vapushaha, yes. I think there is a Vapushaha. I couldn't pronounce it all. Okay. Vapushaha. Yeah, it is Vapushaha. Gurutvacha Anchitabhyam Gatabhyam Tapovana Vrittipatham Alanchak Kratuhu. So they Alanchak Kratuhu, they both adorned or beautified it. What? Let's see. Grishtihi. Grishtihi means Nandini. It generally means the cow. Mute Bhavantu, survey. Please mute Bhavantu. The cow which has had only one calf, which has delivered one calf. Chacchalu anta naven kannadadalli heltivi. The first birth. So the Nandini has given birth for the first time to one calf. So that kind of a cow, that is Nandini. Narendrascha and Narendra, Ubhau, both of them. Apina baro dvahana prayatnat. Apina baro, she has milked the cow. She has fed the calf only once. So her udder is full of milk. So she is trying to bear the weight. Prayatna, she is trying to bear the weight of the milk. So she has spent the whole day and the milk has collected and it has become heavy. And she is bearing the weight of the milk. Then Vapushaha, Vapu, sorry, this is Vapushaha because it's a body. Vapushaha Gurutvat cha. Then this Vapu is belonging to, we are talking about Dilipa's Vapu. Gurutvat, he is a massively built person. In one of the shloka, they describe him with broad shoulders, broad chest, very tall, very, I won't say fat, he's well built. So here, that is why Vapushaha Gurutvat, because of the heaviness of his well-built body, heavy weight of his well-built body. So both of them are trying to hold their weight, are trying to because they're tired, they're coming back. So they are trying to bear the weight of their first. This Nandini is bearing the weight of the milk, and this one is bearing his weight of his massiveness of his body. Cha Anchitabhyam Gatabhyam. Anchitabhyam by their graceful gait. Gatabhyam is the walk, the gait. Anchitabhyam is graceful. By their charming gait, the gait is a walk, the walking style. Tapovana vritti patham. Tapovana vritti. Avritti means repeat, right? Here it means return. Patham. Avritti patham means return path. To where? Tapovana, hermitage. So they are alanchakratuhu. So they are adorning, beautifying what path? That path, which is the return path to Tapovana, by what? By their graceful weight, bearing, Nandini bearing her weight of the udder, and Narendra, that means Dilipa bearing the weight of his massive body. So Nandini and Dilipa are headed home. Nandini is heavy with the milk as she hasn't fed her calf since morning, and she is bearing the weight of the milk. Dilipa is tired in the forest. First of all, he's a king, imagine, and he spent a whole night walking. He's never done it before, probably. He's tired of being in the forest, and hence both of them are tired and they are bearing their own weight, but still they have a graceful stride, and they are beautifying the path that they are walking, that they are taking to return back to their Tapovana, that is hermitage, and they are walking with that graceful gait. Okay, someone read, please.
Though she carved only for once, her udder is weighty, which she had to lug around when striding, and the king too strode after her in accordance with his weighty physique. Thus they both beautified the return path from the woods to Hermitage with their graceful and slow strides.
We can all imagine, no? Both coming back, and the sunset color and all that.
Yes,
Getting back home.
Annie, can I just add a couple of points?
Yeah, please do.
So in this one, just from usage point of view, Ubhau. So the poet Kalidasa is referring to the two of them, Nandini and Dilipa. That's why Ubhau Dvivachana usage is there. Similarly, Anchitabhyam, Gatabhyam. Gatabhyam also is Dvivachana.
And
so that means the gates of both of them.
Yeah.
And Alanchakratuhu also is
Dvivachana.
Dvivachana.
Yeah. Dhanyavada. Next is Vasishtadenoho Anuyayinam Vanantat Avartamanam Tam Vanitam Vanita Vanita Nimeshala Sapakshma Panktihi Sati Uposhitabhyamiva Lochanabhyam Papau. This is needs a little imagination here. Vasishtadenoho, Vasishtasya denuhu. So Vasishta's cow, that is Nandini, Anuyayinam, Anuyayinaha, who is what? He is the one who is following. Who is that? Vasishta. Whom is he following? Vasishta denoho anuyayinam. Vasishta denoho anuyayinaha is Vasishta tam. Vanantat. From where? From the forest.
Forest.
Sorry, I have a itchy throat, so I'm Vanantat
By
avartama.
the way, wouldn't Anuyayana here be Dilipa himself because he is following Vasishta Dhenu?
What was that? Sorry, repeat karo to Bhagini. I couldn't hear.
In this case, I thought Dilip would be the Anuyayi because he is following the
Yeah, what
Dhenu.
did I say? Did I say anything different?
No, you said Vasishta is.
You said
Oh, I'm sorry. Extremely sorry. I am sorry. I don't know why Vasishta came here. Sorry. Vasishta Denoho. Oh, probably that's why. Okay, Vasishta Denoho is Nandini. Anuyayinaha, the one who is following Nandini is Dilipa. Extremely sorry. It is a slip of tongue. I'm
It is Sashti, right? Vashishta Dhenoho is Sashti of Nandini. Dilipa is Anuyayinam.
yeah, Anuyayinaha of Vasishta, the one who is following.
Anuyayin, I think, will be Nakaranta Shabda Manye. That's why Dvitiya Ekavachana will be Anunayinam. Anuyayinam.
Anuyayinam. That's what. Anuyayinam. That is why we will go through him it is. Second vibhakti. No, I said Vasishta, I believe for Dilipa. That I'm sorry. Dilipa, I'll just tell you everything. Vasishta denoho anuyayinaha. That is Dilipa. That nam tam. Vanantat avartamanam tam. So the one who is returning from the forest, tam. So all this is describing Dilipa only. So Vanantat avartamanam, the one who is returning from the forest, Vasishta denoho anuyayinaha tam. The one who has been following Nandini, Vasishta denoho Nandini, and who is returning from the forest, Dilipaha tam Vanita. Vanita means lady. Here in this case, his lady, that is Sudakshina, Nimeshala Sapakshma Panktihi. What is this? Nimesha means to wink, to blink. Okay. Vinesha.
Mesha Alasa, I think, Manye.
Nimesha Alasa. Alasa means laziness. So it was the eyelids. Pankshma Panktihi means the eyelids. Those eyelids were very lazy even to blink. In other words, she was like blinkless, without blinking, without winking. So what was she doing without blinking? Uposhitabhyam iva. Uposhitabhyam lochanabhyam. Uposhita means starving. With her eyes, lochanabhyam, uposhitabhyam, lochanabhyam. As if her eyes, uposhita means without consuming. That means starved. So with her starved eyes, as though the eyes had starved, as though the eyes had undergone a fast. Papau. Papau means padatu. Pitavati. She drank. So what does that whole thing mean? So it means Sudakshina. Now imagine Sudakshina, she is there at ashram and Dilipa has gone to the forest. So imagine Sudakshina's condition. She is there alone. She's totally new to the environment and she has no one with her, no one that she knows of. She can and imagine the anxiety and the eagerness for her to meet her husband. He is coming only in the evening. So she is waiting for him so eagerly that as soon as she saw him, she drank him through her eyes. ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲೇ ತಿಂದಳು ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲೇ ಕುಡಿದಳು ಅಂದ್ರೆ she gazed at him with such this one eagerness. It was as if she was drinking him through her eyes. And what eyes? The eyes which were famished, which were like really hungry. You give something, you give a juice to a person who has probably had his meals. That what the way he enjoys that juice is completely different from a person who is really hungry. You give that juice to a hungry person, see the way he drinks that juice and compare it with the way the person who is has a stomach full and you gave him. So here she is like, her eyes are famished. She is like eagerly waiting for that second where she could see her husband coming back. So she's eagerly waiting. And so as soon as she sees that Dilipa, who is returning from the forest, who has been following Nandini throughout, that Dilipa, as soon as she sees her fasting eyes, through her fasting eyes, she just drank him. Okay, and why? How did she wait? Nimishala, Nimisha alasa. That means even without blinking, her eyelids were like too lazy even to blink. The eyes did not even want to blink. With such open eyes, she was waiting for him. And as soon as she saw him, she just drank him through the eyes. Drank him through the eyes in the sense she was like so, she gazed at him so with love and affection and that eagerness. So Dilipa was, he being a samrat, imagine, even though he was having thousands of servants, horses, cows, and even other kings under him, now he has gone all alone to the forest along with Nandini. And obviously Sudakshana loves him a lot. And with this Shraddha and with his bhakti of doing the seva, his love for her love for him has intensified. So now she is very anxiously waiting for his return, and her eyes are really famished. They just want to see him, just to get a glimpse of him. They're waiting. So with those famished eyes, she devoured him. She just drank him. She drank Dilipa as soon as she saw him returning from the ashram following Nandini. Okay, so it is all tam only. Tam is all Dvitiya only. Yeah, any question somebody raised?
Sunita Bhagini.
No question, ma'am.
Read Bhagini.
Yes, ma'am. Standing in the threshold of hermitage at the fringe of woodlands, she whose eyelids are closing tardily, whose eyelashes were slow in twinkling, because her eyes are starving to see her husband from morning. Such a Sudakshina intently looked at her husband coming home from the interiors of woods, following Vasishtha's cow with a wide-eye welcome, as if consuming his form, and drank him excessively just with her famished eyes.
Thank you. Now, just this one, no, reminded like any newly married lady, she steps into the in-laws' house, and she's alone in the house, and the husband has gone out to work. She's so eagerly waiting for the husband to return because everything around her is so new to her. She just wants to see her husband's house, as she's waiting for his return. It reminded me of like that.
Very apt.
Very apt, no?
Very apt comparison.
Yeah, all of us would have faced it.
Yeah, because I've been in a joint family.
Everybody would have been there because we were all waiting for him to return because he's the only person we know. So,
Beautiful.
Sure. So next, Vartmani Parthivena Puraskrita Parthiva Dharmapatnya Pratyudgata Sa Dhenuhu Tadantare Sudakshina Dilipantare Dinakshapa Madhyagata Sandhya Iva Dinakshapata Madhyagata Sandhya Iva Viraraja. This is also beautiful comparison. So Kalidasa here is describing beautifully how the three of them, Dilipa, Nandini and Sudakshina, looked. So now imagine they have come to the ashram and Sudakshina is at the doorstep, and she, as soon as she sees him, she is like walking towards him. She's so happy, and also she has to do one more seva. That means she has to greet Nandini, right? Every time Nandini is back to the thing, it is her duty to greet her with doing the puja and all. So now the three are there in that frame. So he is describing how they look in that frame, in that one frame. Vartmani marge, on the pathway, Parthivena Ragna, that means the king. Prithvyaha Ishvaraha Parthivaha, the lord of Prithvi, earth. He is Dilipa. Puraskrita. Puraskrita means placed before, positioned before. Okay, this Dilipa is Puraskrita. Vartman Parthivena Puraskrita. It is talking about Dhenu. Dhenu, who is positioned before whom? Parthivena. That means Dilipa. Dilipa is behind Nandini. So Nandini is positioned before Dilipa, where in the pathway, in the marga that they're coming. Parthiva Dharma Patnya, by the Parthiva, the same. Parthiva is Prithvya Adhipa. Tasya Dharma Patni Sudakshina Taya Pratyudgata. Pratyudgata means she has come forward in order to welcome Nandini. So all of them are in the frame. Behind is Dilipa, Madhya is Nandini, forward there is Sudakshina who has come to welcome. Sadenuhu. So in this position, the Denu is at the center, right? So Tadantare, Tayoho Antare, Tadantare. That means she is between those two. Who? Sudakshina and Dilipa. So Sadenuhu, Sudakshina, Dilipantare, between those two, Dina Kshapamadyagata Sandhya. Then Dina is night, Kshapam. Kshapa is Dina is day, sorry. Dina. Kshapa is night, and Madhyagata. What is that gata? Twilight, what we call as twilight. She looked like that dusk between the day and night. Viraraja. Viraraja again is she seemed like, or she shone. So Nandini being at the center, being in between Sudakshina and Dileepa. Dileepa is at the back, Sudakshina is in the front of her. So it is as if they at the back, she has spent her night, a day, and she's going towards the night, right? The Sayankala. So just imagine the color is also the same. He is saying Nandini looked like Sandhya, and Nandini's color, and it is sunset now, and Nandini's color is also matching the sunset color. So here Dileepa is following Nandini, and Sudakshina had come to and is standing before Nandini to welcome them, as it is a part of her seva. So Nandini is between the king and the queen. So Kalidasa says that Nandini was shining like the twilight, as the color of the cow itself is like the tawny, that copperish thing. She looked as if she is standing, she's like the twilight between the day and night. Divasa Rajanyoho Madhye Sandhya Iva Shushobhe. She shone like the evening or the twilight or the dusk, which is between day and night. Okay? Read.
With the ruler of the earth, Dilipa, walking behind her on the way, welcomingly advancing towards her frontwards by the lawful consent of the king, Queen Sudakshina, that cow Nandini herself walking amid these two, shone forth very much like the twilight coming between day and night. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, ma'am.
Manye.
Ma'am, your
Sorry, Pramod,
throat
go
is
ahead.
not well. So I think we can take a pause here for today.
No, I just two more shlokas. So I'll finish it off. Actually, yeah, I'm not well. Thank you. Actually,
Your voice
I,
is very tired, Manye.
yeah, I just took a
Yesterday.
yeah. I took a
Manye, there are 4 more slokas, I think. So
two.
maybe.
Yeah.
24,
No,
11 to 24
it's
you were
okay. I'll
telling
just
Manye.
finish it off because I am. Thank you. I'm going to give you all at the end. I'll give you a surprise.
Just
Any,
1 minute. Oh, sorry. This, when he's comparing with the day and night, Dinakshapa Madhyagateva Sandhya, it appears that between Dilipa and Sudakshina, probably one of them is fair in color, the other one is slightly dark in color. That's what I was thinking because of the way he made the comparison.
Now, what I thought he is leaving. Initially I thought that Dilipa is behind, so he is night because it is behind the light is falling on Sudakshina. But actually, if it is Sandhya, she is leaving the day and walking towards the night. Okay.
Okay.
So it could be the other way also. Dilipa is the day part, and Sudakshina is the night part. If if you take that progress, what the dusk is progressing towards it is progressing towards night.
Night. Yes.
So you can take that way also. But
So
I
here
was
I think,
thinking in terms of light. I thought it is falling on Sudakshina, so probably she. No, I was I when then I thought it could be like this also.
Yeah, I
Very
think
profound meaning, very deep
I think
meaning.
what it is doing here is it is describing that scene, that evening scene, and it is trying to say that the Nandini is shining uh, in that twilight
Twilight.
zone between the two of them. Yeah, it's kind of that.
Correct. But then he's the thing was who is knight and who is that you can how do you see Nandini as, I mean, Sudakshana is night or Sudakshana is day. He thought it was a complexion. So I was thinking about the progress of the.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think, yeah, to Mohday's point, Vishwanath Mohdaya, I don't think it is describing the shine of Sudakshina and Dilip. It is probably saying that.
No, Sudakshana, it is
No.
definitely. No, but what he thought, he Natnadaya, what was your point?
No, yeah, I was saying that it's not question of shining Sudakshina or Dilipa shining. I gave one interpretation. You gave another interpretation, Manye. So I thought that since he's talking of day and night, maybe
Correct.
between the two
So
of
he
them,
thought
the
it was a
complexion, one is
complexion
fair, the
based.
other one is dark. But you're saying since Nandini was with Dilipa throughout the day and now she is being well.
Yeah, but now because she's compared to the dusk, and the dusk is progressing towards Sudakshana, that is night. So I thought even that can be interpreted like that also. Anyway, let's.
Yeah, Bhagini, this is Upama
All
Alankara.
imagination completely.
All imagination. It's all left to us only. Everybody can interpret in their own way. Okay, next is Sakshata Patra Hasta Sudakshina Payasvinim Tam Pradakshini Kritya Pranamya Cha Arthasiddhehe Dwaram Iva Asyaha Vishalam Shrungantaram Anarcha. This is kind of easy. Sakshat Patra Hasta Sa Akshata Patra Hasta. That means she who had Akshata, we all know it is the rice mixed with either turmeric or kumkum. We consider it as very sacred. Sa Akshata, Akshatena Saha. So she is having a patra, a vessel or a bowl which has Akshata in her hand. So it is describing Sudakshina who has in her hand Akshata Patra, and Sudakshina Payasvinim Tam. Payasvini is the one who has milk, who is giving milk. Tam, that is Nandini. So what did Sudakshina do? Sudakshina's job was to welcome her with worship, right? Worshipping her. So Pradakshini Kritya. So she did that. Pradakshina went around Nandini. So clockwise we do. We have to keep the object to our right, and we do. So it is a clockwise. Going round Nandini clockwise. We all know Pradakshina, okay? So Pradakshini Kritya Pranamya. Pranamya. What's that?
Sorry to interrupt. That terminology, Pradakshinam Kritya, Apradakshinam Kritva, may be the Vigraha Vakyam.
Swachi Kritya, that is that way, yeah.
Parikrama Kritava.
So
circumambulation.
Pranamya, and she also worshipped, she bowed down to Nandini. Cha Archa Siddhehe Dwaram Iva. We'll come to that later. 1 second, Maudaya, let me finish. Artha Siddhehe Dwaram Iva. We'll come to that again. We'll come back. Asyaha Vishalam Shrungantaram Anarcha. Asyaha Nandinyaha Vishalam Shrungantaram. Shrungantaram. Shrungayoha Antaram. That is, Shrunga means horns. Something in between those two horns. You could say that forehead. We usually, when you do the puja we put the kumkum there, right? So between the horns, the region between the two horns, Vishala, which was very broad, she worshipped there. As if Artha Siddhehe Dwaram Iva. As if that was Dwara, a gate, a door, a gateway. For what? Artha Siddhehe. For the fulfillment of her wish. So she did all the puja, Sudakshina. She worshipped with Akshata, Arshana, Haridra, Kunkuma, and all that. She worshipped, she bent down, she touched her feet, that everything. And finally, she did the puja to the forehead of Nandini. Vishalam Shrungantaram Anarcha, or that region between the two horns, that as if it was the gateway to to her attainment of her, or the fulfillment of her wish. As if you do that, it will directly go to Nandini and her wishes will be fulfilled. Iti matva, she did the puja there. Okay, read somebody.
Namaste. Can I tell one thing? The belief is during the Pradosha column, Pradosha Puja, that there is a Nandi. The idea is Shiva does the Tandavam in Nandi's forehead, I mean in between the horns, the same place where Sudakshina is doing the puja.
Okay. I didn't know this. Okay. Dhanyavada. And with this one, Gai, to like cow, we have different parts associated with different gods, right? So every part of God, this thing is important. So Sudakshina had Akshata and other puja samagri in the thali, in the plate or in the bowl, and she went clockwise around Nandini. The Nandini, mute, Pavantu, please. The milk giving cow and doing pradakshina, and she did namaskara also. And then she worshipped Nandini's forehead, that is the region between the horns, as if it was the gateway or the door for the fulfillment of her wish. Somebody please read this.
Read, madam.
The same Bhagini read, whoever has been reading.
Okay.
Michelle, did you have any question? She had raised her hand.
I wanted to read.
Read.
Yeah, please read.
Lady Sudakshina made circumambulations, pradakshina, on her right, around the milch cow, lactating, that yielded abundant milk, handling a vessel containing sacred rice, akshata, and worshipped the spacious portion of her head between her horns, as if it is the gateway to the fulfillment of her ambitions.
Okay, thank you. Next. Vatsotsu kapi sa stimita sati sapartham pratyagrahit iti tau nanandutuhu bhaktya upapanneshu tadvidanam prasada chinnani purappalani hi. Vatsotsu kapi. Vatsaha utsuka. So, though she was Utsuka api, though she was very eager to see the calf. Imagine she had left the calf in the morning and she has not seen it for the whole day. So obviously a mother, any mother, animal or us, we will definitely want to see the baby first, the calf first. That is the highest priority. So she was so much eager to see the calf. And also the calf, it is said that any baby or a calf, the young one, will be able to recognize the arrival of the mother. So the calf is also getting excited there because it has understood that the Nandini has come, and Nandini is also equally excited to meet the calf. Though she is so excited, sa stimita. Stimita is like, stimita, balanced, like she is very calm, she is very patient. And in what? Saparyam pratyagrahit. Saparyam, that means the worship, the puja that Sudakshina did. Saparyam pratyagrahit. She received the puja. She accepted the puja done by Sudakshina in spite, very patiently, very calmly, in spite of she having the eagerness to meet the calf. Now, iti tau nanandatuhu. Tau ityukte dilipaha sudakshinacha. So, seeing that Nandini is patiently accepting their puja, even despite the fact that she is very eager about meeting her calf, she did not show that impatience at all. Seeing this, those two are very happy. Nanandatuhu, they are pleased, they rejoiced. Why? Bhaktya upapanneshu. Bhaktya upapanneshu, for somebody, if you approach with full of bhakti, tadvidanam ityukte, somebody who is like Nandini, somebody similar to Nandini. Okay, Nandini showed the favor by accepting the worship patiently, right? So this is a generic statement for people, for such kind of people, that means who are venerable. If they show that favor, if they show that acceptance, if they show that pleasure of accepting, whenever they are approached by people with lot of bhakti, if they show that, what does it mean? It is like prasada chinnani, such kind, it seems to be like a symbol of prasada. It seems to be a like as if they are giving up. It would be the sign of the favor, sign of endurance. And what does that mean? What does a prasada in general mean? It means purahpalani hi. That means something for which you have been asking, that you are definitely asking a favor, and that person is pleased because you go approach a person with bhakti, whether it is God, whether it is whoever. If you have gone with bhakti, and if he has approached the person from whom you need a favor, and that person has shown, he is not showing impatience, he has shown patience, or he has shown that favor, it is like a prasada. And that is symbolizing what? That is only telling that whatever you are looking for, that is going to happen very soon. Purah palani, that it will be immediately or very soon it will become fruitful. So what has happened here? Though Nandini was very eager to see her calf, and she was waiting to feed her, she still patiently and very eagerly, or very calmly, not eagerly, very calmly accepted the puja offered by the queen. So on observing these her behavior, king and the queen are very happy. Why? Because such signs of endurance or tolerance or patience shown by such venerable people, or venerable people like Nandini, it is like prasada. They only indicate that their desires, that whatever they have been asking, will be fulfilled very soon, will come to fruition very fast. It'll definitely come to endation. That is why they are very happy. They're very happy that in spite of that, she never showed any impatience. She accepted the puja, though she was anxious to meet her calf. So they are taking it as a very positive, good sign. Okay, so that is a reason for the king and queen to be delighted about. Okay, read it. Read.
Rajalakshmi. Rajalakshmi Bhagini, ಓದ್ತೀರಾ?
Though Nandini is keen to meet her calf, she calmly accepted the worship of royal couple, concluding which that couple too gladdened, because the glance of tolerance or satisfaction of saintly beings here Nandini. Nandini indeed bears as sign of uh, fructification of the desires of those devout adorer here Dilip and Sudakshina.
Dhanyavada Bhagi. Next.
Dhanyavada.
बुधोच्छिन्न रिपुः दिलीपः सदारस्य गुरोः पादौ निपीड्य सान्ध्यं विधिः च समाप्य दोहवासने निषण्णां दोग्ध्रीं पुनः एव भेजे. Sorry, I should have shown. Anyway, Bhujocchinna ripuhu. Bhujocchinna ripuhu. Ripuhu, enemy. Chinna, he has destroyed, he has shattered. Who? Enemy. Through what? Through his bhuja, strength of his shoulders. That means through his might. So Dilipa, who has ripped off, who has destroyed, who has shattered his enemies through his strength or might, such kind of a Dilipa, Sadarasya Guroho. Guroho is Vasishta, Guroho Padau. So Guroho Vasishtasya Padau. What kind of Vasishta? Sadarasya. Daraha iti wife. Daraha, I hope you all know that it means wife, and it is Pullinga, and it is Nitya Bahuvachana. So Daraha, Sadaraha, Daraihi Saha, that means Sadara. He who is with his wife. So when now he's back, Vasishta is back, they have done the puja and everybody has entered the ashram. The cow has gone to the calf, and it is feeding its calf. Now what will Vasishta do? Vasishta has now come to the Guru who is sitting with his wife, Sadarasya, who is the one who is sitting with his wife. Now, what did he do? Padau Nipidya. He pressed the feet of the Guru as well as his wife. Now, we take that as how we show our respect to the elders, right? Padavattodu. We press the feet. That is what he did with the Guru, having pressed. After doing that seva, see, he's so tired. On the top of it, he comes and does the seva for the Guru also. And then what does he do? Sandhyam vidhihi cha. Whatever had the rituals or the rites, religious rites that needs to be finished in the evening, he finished those vidhis also. Just samapya. He finished that. Now what does he do? Doha vasane. Doha vasane means milk. After milking has been done. So the after avasane doha. Doha is after everything. Milking has been done for what? Of Nandini. Nishannam. Sitting. Dogdhrim. Dogdhrim means cow. The one who is capable of giving milk. So she has been milked. The calf has had a share, and Nandini, they have taken milk for other purpose also. So the milking work has been done, and Nandini is now coming and she is sitting there. So he has come to such Nandini who has finished her milking and he has been sitting there. Why? Punaha eva beje. So again he came back to serve her. So he devoted himself to serve her. So what has happened? Dilipa, a king, who through his power had defeated and shattered enemies, all his enemies, because of his might. As soon as he has come into the ashram, he went straight to the Guru, who is sitting along with his wife, and he has pressed his feet and done his seva to the Guru as well, Vasishta as well. Then he has finished other rituals also, and then by this time, what has happened? Nandini has fed her calf, and the milking of her milking has also been done for other purposes, whatever, and she is sitting there. So Dilipa comes back to Nandini to continue his seva. Look at the dedication. Okay, read, Bhagini. Read.
Shamala Bhagini.
Later, King Dilipa, who has altogether shattered all his enemies personally, bowed at the feet of his mentor, sage Vasishta, and his wife Arundhati, as that saintly lady is available at the side of his mentor. He still later, on completing evening rites, he again devoted himself to the cow, Nandini, that was laying at her ease after milking was over.
Okay, thank you, Bhagini. So, this is the last. Gopta Grihini Sahayaha San Antikanyasta Balipradipam Tam Anvasya Kramena Suptam Anusamvivesha Pratah Suptottitam Anudatishtat. So, Gopta means protector, the king. Grihini Sahayam, being accompanied by his wife, Grihini, that is Sudakshina, that means Dilipa and Sudakshina. Dilipa being accompanied by his wife, or who is having his wife as a companion. Antikanyasta Balipradipam. Antika means nearby, close to. Nyasta, placing. Vinyasa, Nyasta and all, placement. Antika, placed nearby. What? Bali. Bali here, I have got two meanings. One said it is fodder, the food for Nandini, and the other says it is like the puja samagri. Okay. I would go and say fodder because that is relevant to be kept near the cow. Okay. So Antika, something has been placed close to Nandini. What is that? Bali, the fodder, and Pradipa, burning Deepa, an oil lamp, say. So something that is all these Tam, that is Nandini, who has these two close to her, the fodder and the burning lamp. You can take puja samagri also, but then I am not very convinced because why would the puja samagri be next to her? Instead, fodder would mean it's because she can eat whenever she wants to. Tam Anvasya. Anvasya means he sat down next to her, near whom there was a burning lamp and the fodder. Kramena suptam. She gradually, who fell asleep, Anusamvivesha. He also slept. So, after doing all this, this thing, and he came back to Nandini. Nandini, along with his wife, he came back, and then there were two things placed near that Nandini. That is a burning lamp and food for her. And Nandini slowly fell asleep. And Dinesh and Dilip also followed her. In the sense, he also fell asleep. Then that is for the night. Then what happens? Prataha suptotitam. Suptotitam. Here it is like Pita Pratipaddavatsam. We learned, no? First it is Purvam Pitaha Paschat Pratipaddataha. Like that. It is Purvam Suptam Paschat Uttitam. She first slept and then she got up. So Prataha Suptotitam. Anuda tishtat. Udatishtat. So he also rose up. So when in the morning, she got up, he also got up. After she got up, he also got up. That means he also gotten up and he's also ready to serve Nandini. So what happened? After finishing his task for the day, Dilipa, accompanied by Sudakshina, came and sat near Nandini, close to whom there was an oil lamp and fodder for her. After her sleeping, gradually, he also fell asleep and he woke up as soon as she woke up. So, and then he is all set to serve again. So, the next day begins and the exact same thing happens. He will go out, serve her, take care of her very well and bring her back. So, this keeps happening. One of you, please read.
That protector of all Dilipa, now aided just by his wife, sat down at the side of the cow, where enough fodder is placed along with a lit oil lamp, and gradually slipped into sleep after that cow had gradually fallen asleep, and woke up on next morning when she is awake, in step with her, conforming to her rhythm.
Dhanyavad. So now you know the routine, the entire routine. So next sloka we have in our textbook, which says this is how he spent his 17 days. If we had not gone through this, we would have missed out a lot because we didn't know the entire routine of the day. Okay, so that's what I thought. I will finish all this. Now I have a task for you all. So there are many shlokas which are missing in our textbook. So I would like each one of you to take one shloka and do the presentation like what I have done. Don't spend too much time on samasa sandhi. Like however I did today, give the meanings of the pada and give the saramsha. If you are not able to do the slides, it's fine. I have the slides like this ready for all the shlokas. So I will put up this slide. You only have to explain. So please.
The shlokas after this money or the shlokas that you have done today? Which ones?
Not the shlokas that I've done today. From the shlokas that subsequent shlokas, whatever is there in the textbook, I'll do. The missing shlokas, please take it up like this. Whatever I did today, just explain, give the saramsha.
Up to which page we have completed, just for reference?
Somebody please. We have done only till Marutyuktaha, that shloka, no? From the textbook. Today Mahodaya is not there in the textbook.
Lesson 3, 4th shloka was over.
Yeah, only we have finished 4 shlokas from the textbook, but then 24 shlokas from the.
4 shlokas. First 2 chapters are completed, means.
Yes, third shloka, third chapter, first shloka is over. So
Yes,
the shlokas from the textbook I'll definitely do. But the missing shlokas, I will tell you, wait. This is shloka 24, right? 25 and 26 are there in the textbook. So 27 is the next missing one. So I want one of you to take 27, another one to take 28, like that. And just do whatever I did today. Don't go to this one. Okay, who wants to do?
I will do.
Lakshmi Bhagini expected you.
I will do one.
Okay.
I will also do.
Wonderful. I'll tell you. Wait. 27, Satyalakshmi Bhagini. Okay. Please note down your number. I will not remember. Satyalakshmi Bhagini. Shloka number 27. You will have to look up and find out which shloka all by yourself. Okay.
Okay.
And then 28th shloka, Vishwanath Mahodaya.
Astumani.
29th, who will do?
I will do.
Shall I do, ma'am?
Simral. Okay. Who was the other one? Geeta, right? Geeta, 31. Okay.
Yeah.
And 32, there is one more. Geeta is 31. Okay. 32. Who will do? Pramod Mahodaya.
I'm Bhagini. I will do 30.
Okay. 34. See, missing ones are there in the textbook. Whatever, see, 27, 28, 29, 30, I will be doing. It is there in the textbook. So again, 31, 32, Geeta and Pramod. 34, who will do? Who will do? Come up. No, it's fun. It is nice, please. No, you
I'll
don't.
do again if you want, Manya.
I can also
I
do.
will. I
No,
will.
we will repeat
Shloka is
this.
in the textbook, Amanye.
No, it is not. You will have to do some research. That's why I'm asking you people to
Okay,
do.
okay.
The more you read, the more you enjoy. Please do this. I'm telling
When
you,
is
it
the
will be
next
fun.
class, Manye? I will do
Rukmani.
that.
Okay, Rukmani is 34. Shloka number 34. Okay.
Yeah, Maya.
36. 36. Hina, is it? Who was that? 36? Somebody said. Come up, people. Shekhar Mahodaya, do na.
I can do that, madam.
Sushma 30. Okay. Shekhar Mahodaya, I will give you one. 38 you are doing. Okay.
I'll try because I am
Everybody
outside.
is
That is the
trying only,
problem.
Mahodaya. Even I am trying. I am not. I'm sorry. I'm actually. I should put one what. Kshamyatam, I should say to Kalidasa because I've taken up this job. We're all only trying, so don't worry.
Can you
Okay.
send us the link of this so that we can?
No, I will
Sloka
not
number
send you
38.
anything. You please
Okay.
search. I am not spoon feeding. It is okay. It
39,
is not
me,
feeding.
myself, ma'am.
Shaila, is it? Okay,
Raghuamsa.
Yeah,
39.
ma'am.
Sloka number 38, Raghuamsa.
38 is Shekhar. Okay.
39,
Yeah,
Shaila.
Raghuamsa.
39 Shaila.
Astu,
Next.
ma'am.
Shekhar
40.
Mahodaya, in Dvitiya Sarga, please note that also.
Yes.
Sarga number 2. Okay.
I will
Rajani.
do 40.
Rajani 41.
41.
Next.
Okay.
42.
42.
Shamala. Okay. 42 Shamala. I'm so happy you're all coming forward. 43. It helps, all
Mani,
the
if you,
teachers who are
if
all
you,
teaching you. For one information, me, Namrata, Nikunj Mahodaya, HVR Rao Bagini, Meera Bagini, we're all from the same batch. So,
Oh, great.
Wow.
yeah. So we all started off like this only, doing small in the class. So you also
And
please
you have
do.
become proficient now.
No, I'm not proficient. No. I'm also trying. Yeah, tell. Who else? 43. Who will
Mani, if
do?
you're noting down the names and the
I am
shloka
writing.
numbers, if you can please post it on the
Yeah,
group, it
I
will
will.
help
I'm
so that we
noting
won't
down.
forget.
Okay.
Thanks, Pramod. Thanks, Pramod, for telling me Sarga 2, Sloka number 38, Raghuamsa.
That was Vishwanath Mahoday. Anyway.
Vishwanath. Okay. Thank you, Vishwanath.
43. Who? Fast.
43, ma'am. Try to do, Sunita.
Sure. Everybody is trying.
Can you allot me? Can you allot me? I'm Mahalakshmi.
Mahalakshmi
Can
44. Okay.
any
Very
sloka?
good. I'm so happy all of you are trying. Very nice. You are doing your own research. You can do. I have looked into so many websites. The more you look, the more you learn. So it's fine. Even if you can't, even if you go with only. Is Immi Talks person here in the class? I don't know his name. I'm sorry. It is
Today
written
he
as
has not come, I think.
Okay.
Emmanuel. Nalina
Emmanuel.
Bagini, it's Emmanuel.
Okay.
It is not there in the
Vishwanath Mahodaya, can you say what are all the things we
See,
have
whatever
already
I did
allotted?
today. Today, Bagini, I took the shloka. What is that? Pratipadartha.
Yeah,
In English,
I was listening, but what are all the slokas that were allotted already so that I can
I
skip
will. What is
those?
your name? Mahalakshmi, right? You have to do 44th
Yes,
sloka from Raghuvamsha. 44th.
44. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Sure.
You can put the name in
Dhanyavada.
WhatsApp.
Okay, 40. There are 3 more. Please take it up. Then we can repeat the same
Ma'am,
people. Who is that?
Mahoday, I am Hema Achutani. I can take up one.
Hema,
If
45.
you can
Okay.
allot me.
Yes, Hema is 45. What is that? Hema Bagini doing? People who have not attended this class and who are listening to the recording, if you wish to, you can just write to me. Okay. Okay.
Bhagini, coming Saturday.
What is that?
My turn. When will my turn will come? Coming Saturday, no?
Whenever the next class is, I will tell you.
Next
Because
class they will announce, huh?
I will tell you, Bagini. I have noted down. I will tell you in advance, okay? But Satyalakshmi Bagini, you are number 1, so you be prepared. It can be, okay? Okay. 2 more people I want. 40. No, wait a minute. 43, 44, 49. Well, just one person I want so that we cover till 50.
Can I do Bhagini? Ram
40.
Lakshmi.
Ram Lakshmi. Yeah. We would have covered till 50. There are some
Ma'am, number?
75
There's a
slokas.
number for me, ma'am. 50. Is it
Number for
50?
you is 50. Shloka number 50. I will send this. Just go through it and be prepared. Okay. Thank you for helping me out here. Okay.
Ma'am,
Atra?
each other's help in the group, right? We can discuss on this in case we need to do in the group
About what?
amongst us.
Nothing to discuss.
About
We have
this
to do our
sloka.
research.
Since that
Yeah,
Samasa
that's
group is there,
that's
Bhagini, we can discuss on that probably.
Maybe,
all
yes.
right, sir. All right, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, while listening to all these people, we know how to do and what mistakes we commit.
Yes, definitely.
Thank
We
you
should
very
make
much.
a brave
All commit
attempt. We
mistakes.
should make a
Bhagini,
brave
we all
attempt.
commit. I am also committing so many mistakes.
No,
It's
no,
okay.
learning from the
Yeah,
mistakes
exactly. We
is
are
important.
learning. Yeah. We are learning. That is why we are here. We are to learn. No, it's
Oh,
okay.
enjoyable.
Mami, I have
Okay.
2 points.
Agam
Can I
Shanti
just
Mantra
quickly, please?
Madhiva.
Mami, please, 2
Atra
points. Can you
Stagayamaha.
take up,
We
please?
will meet probably sometime in next week. I'll let you know.
Yes.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಭಗಿನಿ.
Mani, can I take up 2 points?
Yes, please.
First is the way you've taken up these shlokas, even though they're not there in the book. It's really
That's
very,
interest.
very
Out of
nice.
interest.
Thanks a lot. One, the way you explain them, it's helping us understand the beauty of what Kalidasa has written. So now we are really able to appreciate why Kalidasa is called one of the greatest poets. Thank you so
I
much.
don't know if I've done that much of work, but I'm telling you, first of all, full kshamyatam to Kalidasa because I took this up. But
Second
anyway.
point is in a lot of these
No
shlokas,
money. Kalidasa will be very happy.
second point, in a lot of these shlokas, we're finding that there are lit lakara rupas there. Now, I don't know why we have
Yes.
in
Yes.
the entire in these last 4 levels, including this, we have really never been asked to study lit lakara rupas, only lat, lut, etc., lot and lung and Vidiling. Only these we have been asked to learn. I think lit also should be included, is my opinion, because I think a lot of these old kavyas will have lit rupas. Here in these shlokas,
True.
we are seeing for a lot of dhatus lit rupas. So my request is for Parasmaipadi and Atmanepadi, any general rule as to how the lit rupa gets built, if you can please explain us that, then it will help us learn these rupas much more easily.
Lit like no, Mahoday, I don't think I am. I can do that because I myself am not aware of lit lakara that much. I'm so sorry. Yeah, how it happens and all no, because I am not into that Panini Vyakarana where the pratyaya gets added. No, it is. I am not very well versed with all that. No.
But one thing I can tell, madam, you have created an interest in me to read the Raghuvamsa leisurely after our thing
Then
is
my
over.
purpose is served. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm very.
That is, you have created interest in all of it.
Even
Yes,
me.
yes.
tell that, ma'am.
Very good facilitator.
Yeah, that was what I thought. At least if I invoke that in one person, then the purpose is served.
No.
Thank you
Definitely,
so
madam.
much.
I want to read it, buy the book and
Thank
read.
you very much, actually.
Yeah. In whichever language you can, just read it. It will be
Yes, sir.
nice.
Yes. Can I Shanti Madhiva?
One second.
Ma'am?
Somebody wants to tell. What?
Ma'am,
You have
can we
invoked
also
that interest in all of us, ma'am. I mean, no matter whichever time zone we are in, we are just waiting for you eagerly.
We have
Yeah.
I'm
fallen
right
for
now
your
in West Africa.
explanation, ma'am. We have really fallen for your explanation.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm in West Africa as of now, and it's very early hours in the morning.
I'm
And
also learning.
Me
But
also.
honestly,
honestly,
for your
For me,
class.
it's at 12:30. No, 11:30.
honestly,
Night.
even I'm learning a lot during this process.
Oh,
Thank
sure.
you very much.
Tatra Stagayamaha. Vadatu Mahodaya, Shanti Mantra Madatu.
Vadami. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः धन्यवादः महोदय
धन्यवाद
पुनर्मिलामः
सर्वेभ्यः सविता भगिनी धन्यवाद भगिनी
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
भगिनी
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಭಗಿನಿ
ಧನ್ಯವಾದः ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಭಗಿನಿ ಪುನರ್ಮಿಲಾಮः ಶುಭ ದಿನ
धन्यवाद भगिनी.